David, how much is Tony's pursuit of Maud about Declan and how much is about what he wants for himself? Because we see that he's like mesmerized by Maud during her performance.
I think it's both, and I think the latter takes him by surprise. I think he sets out opportunistically to grab her because she's a talent and because he knows how damaging that will be to Declan and how problematic that is for Ventura. And then I think he finds Maud, who I think he's always rather dismissed previously. He finds her fascinating and compelling, and I think he smells a kindred spirit, actually. And it becomes something that he wasn't anticipating, what happens between them. And I think he slightly loses control over it. I think it starts to mean more to him than it should or can, really. And we will see where that leads.
Can Tony ever let this rivalry with Rupert go, especially after what happened with Cameron? Because he tells Monica that he will in episode 3, but it's really him just focusing on the others, right?
I mean, clearly he can't let it go. Clearly. I mean, the chip on Tony's shoulder is the size of a small building. Tony's never going to be able to give it up. Rupert is always going to represent all that Tony can never have or be. So Rupert will trigger him until the day he dies. There's just no getting around it. And whatever he promises to Monica, he's going to end up getting dragged back in. And it feels like it's impossible that he can ever be free of it, I think.
A moment I love is Monica pointing out how long she and Rupert have known each other and brushing off any concerns about Tony's reaction. So David, how would Tony feel about that? And Claire, because of that history, what does that mean for what Monica just sees in Rupert and who he is that Tony doesn't?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Well, Monica's probably a better objective judge of character than Tony can be.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they've known each other of old. She is inherently, a forgiving, warm, soul. And it's abhorrent to her how Tony, conducts his business and, his relationship with Rupert. So it was just a lovely moment to play. And I'm really glad you understood it because I watched it for the first time in a screening the other day. And I think I was particularly confident in my very heightened posh accent that day. And I couldn't even understand myself. I should have known more about it like that really quickly. And so, yeah, I'm glad you got it.
But that's the thing. Rupert is charming and everyone likes Rupert. And that's the thing that Tony will never be able to get over because there's nothing he can do about it. He can be as rich and powerful as he likes, but he'll always be less appealing than Rupert.
After Sharon nearly catches them, Lizzie decides that they can't be together. Like, they need to take that step back. There's that scene in the field, which is heartbreaking. But as we've seen, these two keep getting drawn back together. So, are they really thinking this is goodbye? Where are they in terms of that at that point?
Well, we're going into the morality of it all because this is what makes it so interesting to people, is that two people that clearly should be together, they love each other, they just met at the wrong time in their lives, and it's so that, but again, they don't want to hurt people. It's just like, okay, it's mostly you that sort of calls it off every half an hour, and then goes, oh no, actually.
I think there's two issues for Lizzie. There's sort of realising her marriage, she needs to leave her marriage, and then there's she's in love with this man, but it's whether she wants to sort of make him leave his marriage. And I think that's what she questions round about that episode 4, because she's completely in love with him, but she sees this vulnerable teenage girl and hears her talking about things, and I think feels incredibly guilty to be the person that's going to destroy that family unit. I don't think at this point she's sort of worried about destroying her own family unit because she knows that her husband is unfaithful and not supportive and all the rest of it. So it becomes two separate issues, I think. And so I think she is genuine about ending the affair, but maybe she's finding the affair has given her the confidence to maybe leave her husband at that point.
So it's also important to show that they're trying to do the right thing. Do you know what I mean? They're not really brazen about this affair. They just they do try and go, no, we can't do this. But we are completely drawn to each other, and it's hard because we're sort of hanging out with the same people and all that stuff.
And you know, reason is the slave of the passions. And I think that she
Oscar Wilde.
cannot, David Hume, and she cannot help but give in to her passion for him because it's stronger than her reasoning part of her brain.
Yes.
Potentially, although that might not happen.
No, I mean, you wait till you see the rest of them, Meredith.